What is going on, everyone? It is Tyler McKinney back here again, and today we're getting back into the XFL. I told you we would. If it's your first time here, glad to have you. If you're a return viewer, thanks for coming back, and thanks for watching more videos. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. And remember, leave me those comments down in the comment section. You know how I love to interact with you guys, and if you leave me some pretty good ones, you know I'll go through and I will feature those in an upcoming video. All right, the XFL, guys, is officially canceled. They've officially canceled the rest of the XFL season, and yeah, a little bit sad. And the XFL has put out a statement just thanking everybody and thanking the fans, and I kind of want to go over that here real quick. So go over that real fast, and pretty much because of everything that's happened, that has left the XFL no choice but to officially cancel the remainder of the 2020 season. This decision has been made with the health and the safety of the entire XFL family as our top priority. While we are disappointed to not complete the 2020 season, our hearts are full of appreciation for your overwhelming support. Your passion, your commitment to your favorite XFL team, and your love for football made our season a success beyond our wildest dreams. We're grateful for the incredible response and look forward to playing full seasons for you and with you in 2021 and beyond. When our teams return to the field, we'll make every effort to ensure your faith in us is rewarded with even more fun and excitement. Your passion is our purpose, and everything we do every day and for every season to come is for the love of football. We hope you will stay connected to our league and team's social and digital channels for news, features, and updates along the way. For all of us at the XFL, be safe, stay healthy, and again, thank you. Here's to 2021. And that pretty much was it. Signed sincerely, Oliver Luck, XFL Commissioner and CEO, and Jeffrey Pollock, XFL President and COO. And there you go, guys. There you have it. As I look back on the XFL and everything with it, I just wanted to go through and I just wanted to put out a thank you video. I just wanted to, I don't know, I just the immense gratitude that I have and towards the league, and to see them put out a statement like this and to send it to if you were a fan and signed up for anything through the XFL, they sent this statement out to you, and it was cool to get it in my email and to have it with that. I thought that this letter was fantastic, and it really did show just how the XFL is built and what the XFL is, and so I just wanted to do a video and just say thanks. Just thanking first and foremost all of you guys who have been sticking with me and watching all the XFL content and videos and interacting with me throughout all the process, and that has just been, it's been a blast to not only be able to talk football, but have other people that are interested in football and have been interested in football and excited about the XFL and into the XFL and just loving everything that we've been getting out of the XFL. And so that has just been immense, just fun for me. I've loved doing that. And then also just to say thanks to the XFL. And I really just kind of wanted to go through and just say thank you and just kind of recap some of the things that we got through the XFL that are new and exciting, and I look forward to having for football for years to come, because I truly believe that this season for the XFL really was a success. I was just, for me, I thought that it truly was a success story. And listen, I've said this many times. I'm a guy who looks at things from the bright side. I look at the glass half full, And so I mean, they had a lot of adversity, but for them to get through a lot of that and continue on and to accomplish what they've accomplished is a pretty big deal, especially in the climate, and what's been going on in our world. For them to do that and to have everything in place all for next year is exciting, and I'm excited for next year with the XFL. Really, this just marks with them completing the season and really putting finality to the XFL season. Really, just creates a launching pad for years to come, and really speculation what's going to happen. It opens things up now to where they can really start to put their focus to 2021 as opposed to just focusing on what's going on now. It's sad. It truly is sad. I mean, for all of us fans who've been following it from day one, week in, week out, watching all the games, really getting immersed in the XFL, to just get cut off like that, it was abrupt. It was weird. It's crazy to think just all that has transpired in about a week's time and where we're at now. But it's been fun. It's really been exciting, and now we get to look forward to what the future holds in 2021. We've got possible expansion stuff, and I've got videos to come on that here in the future. We'll be talking about expansion, and then just really all that could transpire and what's going to transpire. Are they going to go through and sign guys? Are they going to, all of these guys that were under contract, are they going to go back and re-sign the guys that they want to keep? Are they going to really just allow everything to open up to the NFL and then possibly go back and re-sign these guys? Are teams going to look way different next year? Are they going to look the same? All of this stuff, are we going to have, where's PJ Walker going to go? Where's Jordan Ta'amu? Where's he going to go? All of that stuff, it really just leaves you to just wonder and ponder what's going to happen. And the nice thing is that hopefully they start setting these things in motion now that the XFL 2020 season is fully finished. And so I'm excited for the future. I'm going to be putting more XFL content out there. We'll be getting more and more stuff as we go. But I've just been just been thankful, and I just wanted to get my gratitude out there. And as we're reflecting on the XFL, I wanted to take a moment and just reflect on what we got. We got a new kickoff system, and I love it. I thought it was great. I like the way that they do it. I love that it also puts onus on the kicker, that the kicker, there are consequences that if the kicker doesn't do things right, and it's not just a 10-yard thing here, it really does make a difference what they're doing, and it really creates the opportunity to make the kickoff relevant. And I really like how they design the whole kickoff, and I think that that's actually going to revolutionize football. I think that you're going to see that kickoff in a lot of other places. We saw the 3-point try after system, and it wasn't. I don't think it was as successful as what people thought it would be, meaning the teams being able to complete them as much as what they thought that they would. But I still love it. I still like the fact that even down 9 points, you're still in the game. And it really made you want to watch more as the games went on, and it kept teams in the game that might have, in traditional football, might have been out of it. So I thought that was neat. It was cool. I love the rule changes, the way that they did their officiating. I thought it was a great balance between the college game and the pro game, and taking things and elements from the college game that the college game does really, really well, and implementing them into the pro game, where the pro game has issues and is kind of lacking. And they kind of took the best out of the two worlds, mainly most of it's pro, and with about, I would say probably about 15% college, adding it to it, and then tweaking that another 5% or so to make things fluid. And that was the one thing that I will say about the XFL. We got 5 games. Well, obviously a total of 20 games, but 5 weeks of football. And how smooth they were in week 5 and how things were with it football. I mean, if you watched it, it really looked like established football by week 5. Like they had been around for a while, and that this league, teams were figuring out how to play the style of football, how things worked in the XFL. The fact that the XFL, even though the XFL took some time to complete, it still was probably about 20%-ish, slower, not slower, faster than what an NFL game gets completed. And I'm just going to be frank and honest with you. I don't know if I will ever watch a football game the same way again. And even when I go to watch some college games this next year, I'm going to feel like these games are slow. I'm going to feel like that they're wasting my time just because of how quick and how fast-paced the XFL was this year. It was fantastic. And again, the officiating, I thought they did a great job. The transparency in the officiating is something that both the college football and the pro football need to look at. College football, it's going to be a lot harder. A lot of these places, a lot of these smaller schools and things don't have the capabilities. They don't have the finances to do a lot of this stuff that the XFL did, the access that we got. But the NFL surely does. They have a lot more money to do a lot more things. But they really need to take notice of what the XFL did and the transparency from the officiating. Right now, the NFL will not admit it, and they're not going to come out and say it, but they have an officiating problem. They have a problem with their officiating, and I think it is in 2 areas. It really is in the fact that they need to get all of their officiating crews and everybody all on the same page, and they need to take a lot of their convoluted rules and simplify them and make them a whole lot easier. We saw that with the XFL. Listen, you didn't have all the controversies. I mean, we had the one controversy we had was because there was 2 seconds on the clock that they let run off. That's a big deal. But they came out and they acknowledged what they did and that they're going to do better, as opposed to just sweeping it under the rug or not really addressing it at all and just, like it didn't exist. And that's kind of what we got with the NFL the past few seasons with that. The other thing is the NFL needs to simplify their rules. And talking about simplifying the rules, the XFL did a good job of taking a lot of these convoluted rules that the NFL had and really simplifying them. And also, too, taking some of the college rules, and I really like the college needs to really, really pay attention to what the XFL did. The XFL took kind of their targeting and really morphed it into this 15-yard penalty that didn't get guys kicked out of games. And again, we're talking about in the college game, these guys have a limited amount of time that they're going to play in college, and most of these guys won't even touch a pro field at any capacity, let alone a pro football game. And so to take something that they love and eliminate them from the game on something that sometimes is just not even it's not in their control that a guy decides to duck down on them and now they're hitting them with their helmet and their face mask as opposed to hitting them with their shoulder or whatever because of what the ball carrier did. And so to penalize them that much for that, where the XFL 15-yard penalty and they got an unsportsmanlike, and it was nice. It felt like that the punishment was and the crime, the punishment was worth the crime. You know what I mean? Like both of those, they were on equal level playing field. Whereas I don't feel like that is in college ball. And so if they can fix some of that in college ball, both college ball and pro can learn from what they did. And the transparency, I loved it. At first, I thought I had my questions about how good that was to be in there with the officials and that, because we saw some of that with the AAF, but we didn't see anything like this. They had this sky judge kind of thing, and that really didn't make a big difference on a whole lot of things. But having the officiating crew, hearing them converse about things, going over things, it really did, allow me to really give them the benefit of the doubt, understand why they're making calls the way they are, and they were getting calls right. That was the thing. They were reviewing things, stopping play when they needed to. I didn't feel like the play was interrupted at all, NFL. It just, like I said, the game flowed, and it felt good. It felt good paced, and I really enjoyed it. The comeback period I thought was really nice. It really made teams really try to figure out how to really end a game, which I thought was really good, how to finish a game off. In that, to where I thought that was a neat way to do it. And listen, we got some really awesome things. We got, the last week, we only got 1 week of it, but we got to see the beer snake, and you'll definitely be getting that back in DC next year. We've got the first kickoff return for a touchdown and how electric it was in that stadium there in St. Louis. Listen, St. Louis brought it, and I think that the XFL needs to take notice of that, because there are cities that are out there, and we'll talk about them for expansion, that are hungry for football, want a professional football team, and that they will put fans in the stands. I'm telling you, the XFL, they've got some opportunities here in some of these cities to really explode, and have, tons of fans in the stands and pull things off like they did in St. Louis. I thought that was it was great. It was amazing. I mean, we had some fun things. We had, we had our double passes. We had the just all sorts of fun things that we got to see throughout the season. We got to see PJ Walker just be electrifying on the field. You didn't see anything like that in the AAF or any other spring league since the USFL. We have not seen that dynamic of a player and play like that. Jordan Ta'amau, even though their season ended on a sad note with the loss that they have, everything that he had has really set himself up to really propel him into some role in the NFL. I mean, the guy right now, that was his rookie season. This is a guy who's legitimately going to get a shot, I hope, somewhere to start, because the guy has all the tools. He has all of the talent. He's got the smarts up here to do it. I mean, he legitimately is a starting quarterback in the NFL, and PJ Walker could quite possibly be that as well. I was impressed with both of them, to where both of those guys really have some careers in the NFL, and hopefully they don't get buried on some roster. That's my concern. And that really leaves us with the last thing that I really want to talk about in this thank you video, is where the XFL is going to go from here. With players and that. And again, I want to reiterate, like I have week in and week out, the XFL needs your support. And I know it's the off season, and I know we're all stuck at home, and I know that. But that doesn't mean that you can't go out there on social media, on what you're doing, and continue to support the XFL. Show your support for them. They posted this statement out there. Go on Twitter. Go and go on and tell them your appreciation for them. You don't have to go out and buy merchandise. You don't have to do all of that. But just show people the support that's out there for the XFL, because the more support we get, the more football we get. And listen, I'm not about sticking it to the NFL. I'm not about sticking it to college football. I'm about more football. I love the game of football. I love the ins and the outs of football. I love the X's and the O's. I love diving deep into things and analyzing things and looking at it. And the fact that I get more football, I'm just grateful for. And so I do not want to lose it. I don't want to lose the XFL. We've got some really good football. We had some bad games, but we had some really good football in between those very small pockets of bad football play. And listen, teams were getting their strides going towards the end of the season. They were figuring out who their teams were, their players, who they were, and that. So as we go on, I'm just excited to see what happens and to see the commitment and to see how things are going to go. But listen, as an XFL community, we need to stick together. I mean, for a CEO to come out and make a statement like this, I mean, granted, yes, I know that, they're going to do something like that. But to write it like that, you could definitely tell that they're appreciative of every one of us that have been out here supporting the XFL. And we just need to continue to do that. So just my plea to you is to continue to keep the XFL alive as we go on, to pay attention to the XFL, not just to me and not just to other YouTubers out there, but to the XFL, to keep it going, to give us this product. And hopefully maybe as the XFL gets bigger, the national sports media will have to pay attention to it and have to, give it the time of day, because the reality of it is that the XFL's here, it's legit, and it's going to be fun for years to come. I'm looking forward to the future of the XFL. Hopefully you are looking forward to the future of the XFL. And I just wanted to come out, and I just wanted to just use this as an opportunity to kind of reflect on all of the cool things that we got, and just to say to all of you out there watching and to the XFL, thank you. I appreciate all that you've done. I appreciate all the time you've watched. I appreciate all of the time that you've took to interact with me. I appreciate the XFL for putting all the content that they have out there, for giving us the access as a fan that they have. I'm just really, today I just want to sit back and just say thank you and be grateful and appreciative of us getting more football and more exciting football. All right, guys, I'm going to quit rambling here. I want to hear what you have got to say down in the comment section. So, I know that was a lot. But anyways, let's get on out of here. I know that you're busy. I know that I'm busy. So, you have a good day. Bye.